Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Good news is we still have power, at least for now. The bad news is the winds have helped fuel some fires up north of Los Angeles that are actually getting kind of bad. Um, the Pacific Palisades or Palisades area, not good. And that's really the fear here is we haven't had any rain. They said it's the driest start of a rain season in San Diego in 175 years. So we have not had, in where I live so far, since I think July 1st, it's zero point 0.2 inches of rain the entire, that what, 7 months, 6 months? So it's been dry and the winds cause fires. So they may shut the power out tonight. We'll see what happens. Right now it's not windy. It was windy earlier today, but they say it's supposed to pick up again tonight. So we'll see what happens. See if it rains and if they shut the power off, or not rains, if it gets windy and they shut the power off and don't have to go to work tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. So we're heading into game 6. Last night, Kansas City beat St. Louis. So going into game 6 now, we head back to the Kauffman Stadium, head back to Kansas City's home field, and St. Louis will go on the road. Their lineup is going to be similar. A couple changes. Coleman, McGee, Herr. Clark, Pendleton moves up to the 5 spot and Cedeno down to the 6 spot. Porter's back into the lineup. He hits 7th. Ozzie Smith 8th. And Danny Cox will be on the mound. He will hit 9th. Kansas City counters with the same lineup. Smith, Wilson, Brett, White, Sheridan, Balboni, Sundberg, Biancalana, and Charlie Liebrant on the mound. Danny Cox is a 24 K2 Z2. Charlie Liebrant a 31 K2 Z2. So similar. Pitching advantage goes to Kansas City, not by a huge amount, but a little bit better. Cox's fatigue rating is going to be an 18 and Liebrant's a 19. So another must win for Kansas City to stay alive in the series. Again, this is where we were. It was 3-1, 3-2. And this is the game that had the bad call. The infamous bad call at the end of it that allowed Kansas City to score and get a 2-1 win late. It was a low scoring game. They won late. So we'll play this one out and we'll see if this is the change in the series for St. Louis or if we're going to go to a game 7. Vince Coleman's going to lead off. He's had a pretty good series so far. He grounds out. 1 out. Willie McGee gets an 11, so it's a single and a stolen base. He goes to second base on that. 1 out, runner on second. Tom Herr goes to the second column in a 6. He is going to double, and I need to load my charts. Let me do that really quick, sorry. Is a 6 to left, runner scores. So obviously, runner on second, they switch places. And St. Louis is on the board early on. Back in the days, when my daughter played travel softball. She was actually really good. Played for Notre Dame, really good player. Back in youth softball days, we'd say call it in and out. So runner on second, we want to go double because you get a double at in and out, and so that's just inside joke. In and out hamburger or burger chain or whatever. So, anyways, if you get it, you get it. Otherwise, it was funny. Clark, runner, I guess you had to be there. Runner on second, 1 out. Jack Clark is up. 37, 51 on the rare plays of 39. That is going to be a wild pitch check that he passes. So it's a ground out, runner out at third, catcher to third. So fielder's choice. Runner's thrown out, 2 down, runner on first. That's Clark on first. Pendleton's up, and he hits a 34. 34 is an error check on the first baseman, which Balboni will pass. And it is a pop-up. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 left on base. And we will go to the bottom of the first, but before that, a timeout to let the dog in because she is scratching at the door. So hold on 1 second. Okay, the dog is in. Both dogs are in, but it's quieter. The grandkids aren't over, so maybe not have any barking tonight. So we'll see if we're interrupted with another dog break. So bottom of the first, 1-0 St. Louis. Lonnie Smith to lead off, and he will walk. Leadoff walk. Willie Wilson. 44, he's going to get hit, so not a good start for Cox. He walks a batter and hits a batter. We have first and second, nobody out, and George Brett up. Kansas City looking good here. 51-8, it's a base hit. Single over short, one run scores, and the other goes to second. So just like that, the Royals answer, which is what they've been doing lately. They've been scoring some runs. First and second, nobody out. Frank White up, fly ball to left field, one out. Pat Sheridan will hit. 14, first and second, that is 2 balls. So Cox is Z2, cancel out the walk. 2 balls. 56-34, that is a line out. 2 outs. Steve Balboni will pop up. 35 is an error check on the catcher. That's pass, is a foul out. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 left on base. We're tied going into the second. 1-1. Cesar Cedeno will lead off. He grounds to short. Such a good card, not hitting well. Darrell Porter, 38, 51, 39. 39 is an error check on the shortstop, which he passes, and that's a fly out. 2 down. Ozzie Smith goes to the second column in a double. So he doubles with 2 outs. But that brings up the pitcher, Danny Cox. Not a good hitting pitcher, but he goes to the second column and a double. So there's your in and out, double. So 6 doubles, and Cox comes through to help himself out to give St. Louis the lead. That's their 3rd double so far. That's a definite surprise hit there. 2-1, Coleman up, Cox on second. 28, he grounds to short. So that'll end it for the second. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 left on base again, and St. Louis takes the lead back. Sundberg will lead off the bottom of the second with a strikeout. 1 out. Biancalana grounds out to the pitcher. 2 outs. Liebrent will hit, and he will ground out. No runs, no hits. We go to the third. 5, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yep, McGee to lead off. 23-12 is a ground out. 1 out. Tom Herr is up. 9 and a base hit. 2 for 2. Runner on first. 1 out for Clark. 35. He pops up. 2 down. Terry Pendleton. 29. He grounds to the pitcher. So they get the 1 hit. They strand Herr at first. We go to the bottom of the third. Lonnie Smith, top of the lineup. 46 is a strikeout. 1 out. Willie Wilson. 29. He grounds out. 2 down for Brett. Error check 42 is the third baseman. That's Pendleton, and he covers it. So that is a ground out. No runs, no hits. Top of the fourth, Cesar Cedeno. Again, with a chance to get something going, and a 4. That is a weird card. 1-1-5-4-H for hit. So I think the way that it works with NPNG Plus with these card sets is the higher value the roll, that number will go in the 66 spot, then the 11 and the 5 and the 4. So a 5 is worth more than a 4 because it's a home run in multiple situations. So that 5 goes in the 3 spot, in the 33 spot, and the 4 goes in the 22 spot. That is a leadoff double for Cedeno. 4th double of the game. Runner on second, nobody out. Darrell Porter is up. 12, he is going to, they're going to walk him. That's 6 on the intentional walk. Would have been a strikeout, but they walk him. For Ozzie Smith, first and second, nobody out. 63, he flies out. 1 out. Does Cedeno move to third? 31, a G on second moves to third, so he will. First and third, 1 out. Cox is going to hit here. An error check, 43. 21. That's the first baseman. First and third, 21. This could be interesting. They're deep. Balboni passes the check. He's a range 2. Fielder's choice. One runner scores. Other out at second. So yeah, he would have had to been a fielding 3. He's not. So it's a fielder's choice. And Cox does enough. Gets a ground ball. Slow enough to not to hit the double play and to score the run. And it is now 3-1. Runner on first. 2 outs for Coleman. That's 2 RBIs for Cox now. Coleman with a fly to right. 1 run on 1 hit. That leadoff double comes around to score. So double, walk, out, out, out. Okay. 1 left on base, and we go now. That's 14 for Lieberman already. 6 hits, 3 runs, and a walk. So that's 10 plus 14. Yep, that's good. Frank White, bottom of the 4th. Fly to right, 1 out. Pat Sheridan strikes out, 2 down. Steve Balboni, 37. 25 is a 39. That's an error check on the shortstop, and it is a fly out. Line drive. No runs, no hits, none left on base. We go to the 5th. Getting serious here. It's a couple more runs for St. Louis, and that could be it. Second column, 7 for McGee. A lot of different things that would have been better there. How many 7s is? Yeah, there's a few 7s out there. So a single for McGee. Runner on first, nobody out. Herr goes to the second column and a 6, and that's going to score McGee. Another double. And Liebrand is on the ropes. That's a runner on second, nobody out. The score is now 4-1. Clark is up. Liebrand is at 17 with his fatigue. 19 is his number. This could be it. Clark, fly ball right field. The right fielder is Sheridan with an arm 1, and that will move her to third. 1 out. Still early. They're going to play infield back, get the out. Second column, 24, and another base hit. 7, single to the left, the runner scores, and that will be it for Liebrand. 9 hits. Not a good start. Not what they needed there. So Liebrand goes 4 1/3, 9 hits. He's given up 5. He's on the hook for 1 more. Pendleton is on first. And Kansas City needs to go to early relief, which is going to be Steve Farr. This is trouble. This could be it. 5-1. 5-1. We're not late yet, but we're getting there. So Farr will be a fatigue of an 8. He's just probably going to pitch this inning. 1 out. Runner on first. Cedeno is up. He strikes out. Just some rough going there. 2 outs. Runner on first for Porter. And he grounds the shortstop. Air check is passed. So a ground out. So Farr stops it. 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. 1 left on base. Yeah. 5 runs, 9 hits. 1 left on base. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Sundberg to lead off. He flies out. 1 out. Buddy Biancalana. He grounds out. 2 down. They're going to pinch hit. They need to get something going. So it's going to be Hal McRae to hit. They're hoping for some magic at this point. McRae will hit. 2 outs. Nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. McRae's up. And he'll go to the second column and he homers. It is magic. Oh my, look at that roll. 22, 11, 11. So Hal McRae comes in to pinch hit. He homers, and Kansas City really needed that. They needed to get something going here, and that maybe lights the fire. We'll see what happens. 2 outs for Lonnie Smith. He grounds out. 1 run, 1 hit. None left. We go to the 6th. It's 5-2 now, so they get one of them back. Coming in to pitch now in the 6th inning is going to be Joe Beckwith. Run out of pitchers here. Joe Beckwith will pitch. His fatigue is a 11 for the game. Top of the 6th. Ozzie Smith to lead off. He goes to the second column and another single. And this could be worse. They've had, I think, 3 second column singles. But yeah, the damage could be a lot worse here. Cox is up. He's going to bunt. Bunt 561 is a sacrifice. He moves him over. Good game for Cox. 2 RBIs. He bunts him over. Runner on second. 1 out. Coleman up. And a 35. That will be a foul out. 2 down for Willie McGee, who flies out. So they can't come through there. He flies out. Kansas City staying in it. Bottom of the 6th. Oh, I get the hit and a left on base. Willie Wilson to lead off. Strikes out. 1 out. 4th strikeout for Cox. George Brett flies to center. 2 outs for Frank White. 63 is a flyout. No runs, no hits. We go to the 7th. 2, 4, 5 plus 7. I am way off on that. 2, 4, 5 plus 6. So he's an 11. So I was off by 1. Okay. Yeah. Hers up to lead off the top of the 7th. 62. He walks. Lead off walk. Nobody out. Runner on first. Jack Clark is up. Again, they're on the brink here. He grounds to second, and that is an error by Frank White. 26, error check. Safe at first. On error, runner to second. White commits the error. First and second, nobody out for Terry Pendleton. 26. This one's going to be a pop-up. Pops it up in the infield. Infield fly rule is called. The batter's out. 1 out for Cedeno. Now's the time. Nope. 24. Double play. So many chances to really, put an end to it. Doesn't come through. That's a clutch one too. Bottom of the 7th. Pat Sheridan up. 36-33 is a flyout. 1 out. Steve Balboni. Second column, 42 is a 6, so he doubles. Runner on second, 1 out. Sundberg. 53 error check. 15 is the center fielder. 16, that is Willie McGee, who covers that. Runner on second, 16. Fly out. Runner holds. G runner, that's Balboni. No. Fly out. 2 down. For Bianca Lana. Again, you're in that situation. You have a 188 hitter. You need something right now. They're going to pinch hit. Orta's going to come in to hit. Going to roll the dice again. It worked once. Runner on second. 2 outs. Orta is hitting. And a 31-9 and a base hit. 9 is a single. Runner goes to third. Yep. Okay, runner on third. Okay, Beckwith is done. He pitches 2 innings. He will be done with this one. Now they got to pinch hit again. This time it is going to be Darryl Motley to hit. First and third. First and third, 2 outs. Motley's up. And a base hit. They're staying alive. Single, 1 scores, other to second. Pinch hitters are 2 for 2 in this game. Okay. 5-3, first and second, 2 outs. Lonnie Smith is up, and he will pop up. But they get another one back, and they have been left into this game. 1 run, 3 hits, 3, 4, 5. Yep. They've been left in this game by St. Louis. They have not delivered that knockout blow. So we get deeper into it. They're losing in the 8th. This is going to be Dan Quisenberry to try to see him through this. Quisenberry comes in. His fatigue rating will be a 6, so not a lot, but they just need a couple innings out of him. So hopefully they can get through that. Porter is going to lead off. 5-8 into the 8th inning. He flies to right, 1 out. Ozzie Smith is up. 61-39, 31 is a 39. That is a air check. Oh, that's right. So now we got to go with Onyx Concepcion at short, who struggled earlier in one of the games. 31-R3 is an error check, but he covers that, so that is a fly out. 2 down. Going to leave Cox in. Trying to get him through 8. He grounds out to short. No runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th. This is it. This is the inning right here. 2, 3, and 4 up. Cox is 2 away from being pulled. It's a 2-run lead. If Kansas City's going to do it, I think they have to do it right here. Wilson to lead off with a base hit. Runner on first. George Brett is up. He flies to right. 1 out. Bullpen is ready. Frank White strikes out. 2 down. Pat Sheridan, 2 outs, runner on first, and an 11 base hit. And he steals second, which puts this tying run in scoring position, and that will be it for Cox. So Cox goes 7 2/3, gives up 7 hits, 1 walk, 5 Ks. He's given up 3 runs, but he's on the hook for 2 more here. And coming into pitch will be Worrell. Is it Todd Worrell or Tim Worrell? Todd Worrell is coming into pitch. Going to try to close this thing out. Need to get this out here. His fatigue rating is a 8, which will be plenty. Balboni up, 2 outs. Second and third, biggest roll of the game right here, and a 35. So he's going to get out of it. That is a foul out. It's the third base. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on base. And we go to the 9th. Just make sure I have all the hits correct on there. Yep. Cox gives up 3 runs, 3 earned. Good job by him. Gets them all the way to 2 outs in the 8th. Coleman to lead off, top of the 9th, 5-3. Still a ball game. 26, he strikes out, 1 out. Willie McGee grounds out, 2 down. Tom Herr walks. No, he's a Z4, 2 balls. And a 53 is an error check. 63 is a 22. That's the catcher. The catcher is a 13, so that is a ground out. Catcher to first. That'll be it for the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 5-3. 7, 8, and 9 hitters up. Sundberg to lead off. Oh, error check. 12, 23 is the pitcher. Oh, okay. So it's a 53. The error check is the pitcher who has a 0 error rating, beats the 11. The only way you can beat that is with a 0. And he grounds out. Worrell makes the play. That's huge to start the inning. 1 out. Concepcion is up. I'm going to pinch hit for him. I do have Greg Pryor that can play short. So they're going to pinch hit with Dane. Not Garth, but Dane. There's nothing to lose here, honestly. So 1 out, nobody on. 24, he grounds out. 2 down. Quisenberry is now done. He did his 2 innings. One last pinch hitter. Jamie Quirk is coming in. Two outs, nobody on. Down to the last out here in the World Series. Will history change? Jamie Quirk will go to the second column in a double. So they're not done yet. Pinch hitters, 3 for 3 with a single, a double, a homer, 2 RBIs. That's impressive. Those pinch hitters. Okay. Lonnie Smith is up. They're still alive. Runner on second, 2 outs. 53 is an error check. 15 is the center fielder. That's Willie McGee. Runner on second, he covers it, and it is a fly out to end the game and end the series. That is it. No runs, 1 hit. That will do it. St. Louis turns it around. Doesn't get the bad call at first base here that allowed. That would have been perfect right there. Bad call, he's safe. They turn it around and they win the World Series in Game 6, 5-3. The winning pitcher is Danny Cox. The loser is Charlie Liebrand, who did not pitch well. And that will do it for this series and this replay. I think what's coming up for me next, I'm working on maybe an NFL replay using Solitaire Pro Football. I think I talked about it in the last one. Got to wait. The season's over, so I've done my prep work. Got to wait for the card set or the season set to come out. I'm actually waiting for APBA football to show up. So I have that ordered it a while ago, right before the holidays, which was a mistake because they weren't working during the holidays. So I'll get that. But I'm hoping that the power stays on and I can go about normal life. It's weird. The last time we had one of these Santa Anas, it was a month ago. They shut the power off for about a day and a half. And it kind of sucks, especially at night. It's dark, as you would imagine. So, but that's another story for another day. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching the series. If you guys liked it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. I am going to come back with some more videos in the near future. It's going to be a little bit before I do that. I'm in between projects. So I might do maybe do some soccer, maybe do a little football or basketball. We'll see what happens, but that will wrap things up here in the 1985 What If replay. St. Louis wins game 6, 5-3. They win the series 4-2. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Have a good night.